You're a successful ex-offender. You're helping other ex-offenders. You're driven by your faith. I mean, what else? What else can I say about Juanita Grant and CRAM? Welcome to Minority Report, and I'm your host, Lachelle Smith. And on this episode of Minority Report, I am with the founder and CEO of CRAM, Christian Recovery Aftercare Ministry, and her name is Juanita Grant. I want to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I want to talk to you about your nonprofit. I want to talk to you about your experience of transitioning from being an ex-offender and how you've been able to grow this organization to assist ex-offenders and their families, and also talk about your capital campaign. So thank you for being on the show.
Well, I will start off saying that we are currently duplicating our services in 6 counties. And we'll get further into telling you that that's being sponsored by the Leader Project, the former Governor George M. Leader. Ex-offenders need support services that help them to not reoffend, refrain from relapsing to drugs or alcohol, because most of them have the drug and alcohol problem, and just try to live a successful life. Try to get a job where they can be self-sustaining and take care of themselves as well as their families, because most of them have children.
Services. So you've now transitioned from helping ex-offenders to ex-offenders and their families.
Yes.
And their families, okay. And you offer like a multitude of different services.
Yes.
Okay. But you're also an ex-offender yourself.
Exactly.
Okay. So you got that been there, done that kind of experience.
I believe that people deserve as many chances as it takes. If I would only got 2 chances, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I've been to Muncie 4 times. 4 different times I went to Muncie because I kept committing crimes and strung out on drugs. And, in 1986 when I went and they gave me 7 years and 9 months, I was like, that's a lot of time for somebody that really hasn't done anything but become a drug addict. So I made up my mind then when I was in prison. That's when I started getting my education. I'm done. Came home in March of 92. Gave my life to God in November 92. Started working for the state in January 93 and have not looked back.
So no, I mean, you definitely, 1, you're credible. 2, you have the support of the community. 3, you're a successful ex-offender. You're helping other ex-offenders. You're driven by your faith. I mean, what else can I say about Juanita Grant and CRAM? What else is left? What else did you not tell us that you want to share with whoever's watching to gain your support?
TLC Construction and Renovation. It is owned by my blood nephew. He's my brother's son. And while Tark was in prison, he actually wrote his business plan. When he came home, he came to me, he started telling Anthony, I said, nope, you got to get off parole first, because I had to do the same thing.
He was ready.
Yes, and he was ready, but I wasn't ready to work with him, because it's not always good to work with families in your business. And next thing I know, I was hearing all these great things about Tarek, and I called him and said, okay, I think we're ready to do a partnership.
So that's what TLC is. TLC is the work-based training.
Well, TLC Renovation Construction is a for-profit
business.
And then what I told him, instead of doing your work-based training under CRAM, which is what he was doing, let me write your 501c3 for TLC work-based training.
So tell me, how does this TLC program with the work-based training, the construction skill set that these individuals are learning, how does that tie into your new project, the Hub?
Well, the Hub is the former Hamilton Health Center building, the one uptown, 1821 Fulton Street, because they had 2 buildings. And Tarek came to me back in April, and he comes to me with ideas, and then we sit and we brainstorm, and he said to me, Anita, I think we should look at that building, because that would be more than enough space to run the work-based training. Work-based training is really consists of 12 weeks. And we need a place where we can light a torch without blowing up the building. And, you need space. And you need office space. And you need construction office. And then we wanted to look at that space because we want to rebuild the 8 residential homes that were demoed in order to create that building. Because I have no money to buy that building. The building cost, they took $50,000 off. It was $300,000. They're charging me $250,000. My goal is to enter into the building debt free. So I'm trying to raise the $250,000. I'm at about $60,000. And I need to raise it by December 31st because I want to take that debt off of their hands. But I named it the Hub because I'm an uptown girl. Been uptown all my life. So I'm calling it the Harrisburg Uptown Building. A one-stop service center, which is what the Hub is going to serve as. In addition to serving other nonprofits, ministries that want to operate in the community. We're trying to make the building maintain itself and sustain the nonprofits because we do a charitable work as a nonprofit. We shouldn't have to be sitting around paying rent.
I want to thank you again for being on Minority Report. I mean, this kind of conversation and what you're doing is what this show is about. I'm talking about taking Black-owned businesses and rebuilding the Black community.